Alright guys, so we have another figure for today's video, and it is the Alto figure. The Alto flight type, and in the navy color configuration, which means it has dark blue and gray undertone, gray and black underlayer, black underlayer as the exoskeleton, pardon me, and dark blue is the armor with dark gray highlights. Now, you'll see my figure in a sec. I customized mine. I mixed this one with a Alto black figure, which I will do a review on another time. This is a model kit, and the reason why it's called 30-minute missions is because it takes roughly 30 minutes to complete the figure in this kit. Which is great, and they're highly customizable figures too. Like you can mix and match these guys up with other Bandai Gundam kits. If you build those, you do not need glue. It's just sanding and clippers. So, and they're a lot of fun. I had a great time building this. Easy build, and they make great display pieces. Now, as you can see, you can get them for about $30. So they're reasonably priced figures. Top of the box shows a war scene. This is what an Alto looks like right there. That is what an Alto looks like, and you get a general idea of what your figure will look like, and then you have all the different stuff, things, posability, weapons, customizable options, and in here you can also build an Alto figure, which I'll get to in a bit. You get your choking warning for ages 15 and up. That's a reasonable thing. Bandai does reasonable aging, more caution warnings, stuff like that. You know, nothing too fancy, bland, boring. Back of the box. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. Now, like I said, you can build an Alto with this figure. So you get, these are what your leg sets will look like for the Alto figure. Your headpiece, your headgear for the Alto figure, and the chest piece for the Alto figure is right here. You also get this guy, a little tiny support droid, a support mech, to go on the side of your figure, which can also be used as a head. If you want to use it as a head, you also get a whole bunch of numbering decals with your figure. If you want to number your figure, which I did, I labeled all of mine 01, so unit 01, as it is the first unit I built. And that's it for everything else that is included, bonus stuff that's included with the figure. So I want to just get the figure in right now. So here's what I did with my figure. I set him up on a Act 5 stand, if he's in frame right now. Bandai Act 5 stand. We'll just do a 360 of the figure here. Now, I changed up the highlights to be black, so black highlights on his shoulders. His hands are white and not black, and the highlights are light gray. I gave him a separate weapon from a different Bandai character in this display, as well as added extra armor onto the sides, and gave him the Alto feet instead of the claw feet, which you see in the kit. Now, you can get these weapons to hold in his hands. They are holdable weapons. I just have them in the turret form right now on his shoulders because I thought that was pretty sick. But they are rifles. If you want them to hold them, you get a separate piece so that he can do that. But I'm going to get this guy down to his core figure for this portion, and then we'll bring in the rest of the accessories later. Be right back in a sec. Okay, so we are back with the rest of this figure. Now, he's kind of, I really like the base figure. I like the core. It's a solid build. He is a sturdy build. I really like the chest piece on the front, the wings, the helmet. I like the helmet a lot. So, yeah, he has a lot of nice mechanical detailing on the sides. Very slight mechanical detailing, but just enough to make it like really stand out that this is a mech, not a character, a mech. A military grade mech. He has that beefy feeling of a military mech. He has that like slender and agile aspects of a mech. So I very much like that part of him. The whole mech feeling. Now with this figure, you get the flight mode, you get these pieces. I'm not too sure what they do, but I like to chuck them onto the sides, make them like extra armor if you want, or you can add it to the arms to make them like shields. You can pretty much, these are just build a figure that you're happy with. Get multiple kits, put something together that really speaks to you. Me being a competitive swimmer and enjoying water, I especially like the navy type, the blue black with some lighter highlights. So you get these shield pieces, fuel pieces, whatever you want to call them. And then you get, of course, you get your two, one second here, your two blaster rifles, which he can hold. You just need separate pieces to get him to hold them, which I do have. They're just packed away in a separate box right now. So you get these. This is from a different Bandai model kit, but I am using a beam rifle of sorts from Gundam, which I think looks sick in this figure. And you get the jetpack, which is big. Like, it's taller than the figure. It's like it's a big jetpack. Yeah, it's a beefy boy. But it looks super, super sick as a jetpack, and it fulfills that purpose wonderfully. And you can fit this onto any alto kit just by plugging those two pegs into the back two pegs here. But we'll toss that off to the side later, and we'll do its articulation after we cover the articulation on this figure. Now, let's just zoom into that head. Like I said, that head is it's a unique head sculpt. Unique to this figure line, unique to this model line. So I like it. I really do. I like that kind of, it just speaks. I just love the, like, all the different angles and points, and just, oh man, the green eyes. If you can't really see it properly, but he has green eyes. They just stand out wonderfully. Mechanical detailing all around. I added some stickers, some caution stickers on the shoulder. You get that nice little pointed airplane like chest piece. Just a very elegant figure overall. Let's get on to the articulation. For the head, he can look up that far. He can look down that far. 360. No problemo. His head can pop off quite easily, so you can take, like I said, the support unit if you want, and you can chuck that on as a head if you would like. It's up to you. There we go. Easy peasy. Shoulders on a ball joint, so pads are on a hinge joint. And it also has a butterfly joint on the shoulder. Here we go. Butterfly joint on the shoulder. So they can move forward, back, up, full 360. You get a bicep rotation, bicep swivel. One really good elbow joint past 90. And then you get a ball jointed wrist, which you can swap these hands out for hands on any of your Gundam kits if you wish. He can bend down that far, arc back that far. Torso swivel, torso rotation. It's on a ball joint, so he can lean a little bit more further forward and a little bit further back with that. Very nice. The hip pads are on a hinge, so they can go up and down. You got beautiful lunge. You get a horrifyingly good splits. And if you notice there, you do get a joint up in here. It's a double hinge to a ball joint. So it can hinge forward and down like so, and then back and up like so. So, you can get a little bit more out of that. You get a double bend at the knee. You get, no, I almost thought that the knee pad was on a separate joint, but it isn't. You get a thigh swivel. And then your foot, this one, is on a side to side, so you can get a great pivot. Fantastic pivot on either side. And not too much forward, but some back. Not too much on that, but mostly side to side pivot. And the plating on the foot is also on a ball joint. So good. Just really good posability for this guy. You can get a lot of action poses out of him. I've done a lot of experimenting with it. The possibilities of posing this guy are pretty much endless. Customization is pretty much endless too, with all the different things you can put on. You could combine this with any number of Gundam sets. The possibilities are endless for a mock soldier of your choice, a unit of your choice. But let's put him off to the side for now and move on to the jetpack. Now, the reason why I did the jetpack separate from the figure is because this thing has just so much to cover. You get a up and down at the wings, so you can have it like in a parked position if you want, or down in a position like this, like as if he's on a aircraft carrier of some sort. You get a rotation here, a rotation here on either side. Well, you can actually use these as legs if you want. Are on a swivel. The jet engines are on a swivel. They can go down and up. And there's also a bend here if you wish. And you can split those out, like brakes or turning or however you want. Get creative with it. Yeah, and that's about it for the jetpack. I added some extra detailing. Again, they did enough to make this stand out as a mech. Like, This thing looks mecha. Oh, you also get this. Afford him back here. So you can get that going if you want. So you get enough detailing to make this thing stand out as mech. Stand out as robot. But really, you get it set subtle enough. Just very subtle. You can do highlighting. You can paint in there with silver if you wish. I didn't do any painting on mine. I was very satisfied with the coloring on this. There wasn't much I really wanted or thought was necessary to do. That piece just popped off there. Ooh. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. We're good. But, yeah. He is a very good... So, yeah. I love it. I absolutely love it. Good figure, very sturdy. I highly recommend these, especially if you want to get into the modeling area. Get these as your beginning ones. You can get all sorts of different types on Amazon if you want. And, yeah, just have fun with it. Thanks for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you liked this figure. I hope you like these types of reviews. I know they're a change from my Nerf gun reviews, but I haven't forgotten about you Nerfers. Don't you worry. I haven't forgotten. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Hopefully, you'll watch that. It should be good. We're going back to Nerf-related stuff. Remember, this is a figure, not a doll. This is a model, not a toy. Be delicate, be gentle, have fun. Peace.